Guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is a Chinese buggy that I highly modified and put a 670cc V-twin engine into. In today's video we're going to be attempting to turbocharge this Chinese V-twin engine. I want to keep things simple and fully mechanical, so no extra electronics or EFI. Obviously, as you guys can see, I beat on this thing. I got it stuck a few days ago. That's why it's all covered in mud. I took this thing off-roading and I realized that more power could never hurt. So guys, I'm going to be doing my best to provide you guys with quality content over this unfortunate period in society. But anyways, this is the turbo that's going on there. No, I'm just kidding. This is the turbo that's going on there. Just a comparison, this is your average Honda Civic turbo. And this is probably one of the world's smallest commonly available turbos, VZ21 or RHB31 clone. Now I wanted to stick on the small side just so we get that diesel-like torque. The engine should have no problems with spooling this turbo. I mean, I've seen people put this on 300cc's on Predator 212s, and unfortunately, not with a lot of success. But I have faith that this is going to be successful. So let's go ahead and pull the buggy in and get started working on the engine and getting this turbocharger mounted on there. So we're going to go ahead and take this exhaust off and then start mocking up our turbo headers. So I'm trying to figure out a way of keeping everything low profile. We're going to try to minimize the header volume and the intake volume just so we can get try to maximize that spool. I don't know how this is going to go. Some of you might not agree with this idea, but I'll go ahead and give it a shot. But that would make our waste pipe pretty easy to mock up. So yeah, it's gonna sit something like this. Instead of having the turbo straight at a 90 angle, we're gonna have some tilt to it, just so that the charge piping shoots about right here. Okay, that looks good. So I just realized that we could have actually ran the turbo like this, and this would have made our waste pipe pretty easy to mock up. But the charge piping would have to do a sharp 90-degree turn. I actually don't know if I want to do that. Okay, on goes the turbo. I just want to hear how this thing sounds. Alright, it is officially on. Is it going to spool off idle? I don't know. We're about to find out. I did put some oil in there, so we should be good to run it for a few minutes. Let me go ahead and disconnect this chain first. sounds really rich. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these air filters off. It's making some boost. I don't know how well you guys can pick that up, but it's making boost. Wow, it is legit spooling, guys, and it sounds pretty sick. I'm really curious to see how much boost this thing is able to produce once we get all the charge piping set up. So yeah, for now we don't have an oiling system set up yet, so we're gonna have to order parts for that. But yeah, it makes boost. So here's our intake flange, and we have a piece of 1 3/8 stainless tubing. So let me just show you that the ID of this flange is 32.8 millimeters. The ID of this tubing is 32.1, which is super close. The inner diameter on this carburetor is 34. So 1 3/8 was the easiest way of matching this to the flange. We're gonna go ahead and weld these together. So guys, I went ahead and mocked everything up. We're gonna order a 2-in-1 billet adapter and then just have one tube running here. Guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, but I'm gonna have to end this one here. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. I really got to sit back and think, order some parts, and see if I really want to go full out on this build, because I'm gonna be honest, for this money I might as well just buy a motorcycle engine. But that being said, I think we will have some success in turbocharging this carbureted engine. I did lots of research. I talked to some YouTubers like Build Break Repeat. Shout out to them. You know, obviously blow through and draw through have their own pros and cons. But guys, I have to see you in the next video. Stay tuned, stay safe, and peace.